This video is a heartfelt tribute to the legendary wrestlers we've lost, celebrating their unforgettable contributions to wrestling and the lasting legacies they've left behind. Their passion and dedication continue to inspire millions. We also share emotional updates about Gunther, whose recent news has touched fans worldwide. Join us in honoring their incredible lives and reflecting on their impact. Don't forget to subscribe to keep their inspiring stories alive for generations to come. Howard Finkel was more than just a ring announcer. He was the voice of generations, a cornerstone of professional wrestling whose booming delivery and heartfelt enthusiasm became synonymous with the sport itself. Born on June 7, 1950, in Brooklyn, New York, Finkel began his illustrious career in the 1970s, joining the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, which would later become the WWF and eventually WWE. As the company's first official ring announcer, Finkel carved out a legacy that few could match, blending precision with passion in every syllable he spoke. His unmistakable voice echoed through arenas around the world, his words etched into the memories of countless fans. One of his most iconic moments came whenever a new champion was crowned. With thunderous energy and theatrical flair, he would roar, "And new!" a phrase that electrified crowds and symbolized monumental change. Whether announcing at WrestleMania or a local house show, Finkel brought a sense of gravitas and grandeur that elevated every match. Beyond the microphone, Finkel played a multifaceted role in WWE's evolution. He contributed to behind-the-scenes creative work and was instrumental in establishing the WWE Hall of Fame, ensuring that legends of the industry received the recognition they deserved. Colleagues and fans alike revered him for his encyclopedic knowledge of wrestling history and unwavering dedication to the business. In 2009, Finkel was rightfully inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, immortalizing his influence on the industry. Sadly, in the later years of his life, he suffered from a serious neurological condition that led to complications including a stroke. Howard Finkel. Though he may be gone, his voice still echoes in the memories of fans, a timeless reminder of wrestling's golden era. Edward Wiskowski, January 10, 1945, January 23, 2025, was an American professional wrestler, best known for his portrayal of the highly controversial character Colonel De Beers in the American Wrestling Association, AWA, during the 1980s. Born in Chicago, Illinois, Wiskowski began his wrestling career in 1972 after training under the legendary Harley Race and Lord Littlebrook. Early in his career, he wrestled under various ring names, including the Polish Prince and Easy Ed Wiskowski, showcasing his versatility and adaptability in the evolving wrestling landscape. Wiskowski first gained national attention in the Pacific Northwest Wrestling Territory, where he formed a dominant tag team with Playboy Buddy Rose. Together, they won multiple tag team championships and became one of the most entertaining duos of their era. In 1975, Wiskowski also captured the NWA Central States Heavyweight Championship, further solidifying his status as a formidable competitor. Throughout the late 1970s and early 1980s, he expanded his reach by wrestling internationally in Germany and Austria. His most infamous role came in the mid-1980s, when he assumed the persona of Colonel De Beers, a pro-apartheid South African military officer. This character was intentionally provocative, often engaging in racially charged storylines, most notably his feud with Superfly Jimmy Snuka. De Beers' refusal to wrestle Snuka due to his ethnicity drew widespread backlash, but also highlighted wrestling's willingness to delve into socially controversial narratives to generate heat and attention. After retiring from in-ring competition, Wiskowski co-ran a wrestling school in Portland, Oregon, with Buddy Rose from 2001 to 2006, mentoring young talent. Edward Wiskowski, due to complications related to heart disease and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD. Despite the controversy, his career remains a significant chapter in wrestling history. Antonino Rocca, born on April 23, 1921, in Treviso, Italy, was a trailblazing force in professional wrestling, whose energy, innovation, and magnetic presence helped shape the future of the sport. Renowned for his electrifying in-ring performances and unmatched agility, Rocca broke the mold of the slow, mat-based grapplers of his era. Wrestling during the 1940s and 1950s, he brought an exhilarating new style to the ring, dazzling fans with his signature aerial maneuvers like the drop kick, the flying head scissors, and his gravity-defying leapfrogs. His athleticism set a new standard, paving the way for generations of high flyers who would follow in his footsteps. Rocca's career soared in the 1950s when he joined the Capital Wrestling Corporation, the organization that would eventually evolve into WWE. In an age when television was bringing wrestling into living rooms across America, Rocca quickly became one of the sport's biggest sensations. His charisma and deep bond with fans, particularly among Latino and immigrant communities in New York City and Puerto Rico, made him a top draw at venues like Madison Square Garden. His passionate performances and relatable persona helped elevate wrestling from sideshow entertainment to a cultural phenomenon. Beyond the ring, Rocca championed health and fitness, promoting bodybuilding and physical wellness at a time when such pursuits were still gaining mainstream traction in sports. He believed that a strong, sculpted body was key not just to performance, but to presence. Tragically, Rocca, due to complications from a urinary tract infection that led to sepsis, his shocked fans and the wrestling world alike. In 1995, he was posthumously inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, immortalizing his legacy as a pioneer, innovator, and beloved figure in wrestling history. Gil Hayes, born on October 20, 1939, was a standout figure in the golden era of professional wrestling, a charismatic performer whose presence lit up arenas across North America. Known for his magnetic in-ring personality and undeniable technical prowess, Hayes captivated audiences throughout the 1960s and 1970s, particularly during his time in regional wrestling promotions in the United States and Canada. His ability to shift seamlessly between playing the beloved hero and the despised villain made him a versatile storyteller, capable of drawing both cheers and boos with equal intensity. Hayes was not just a skilled grappler. He was a ring psychologist, using every movement, glare, and gesture to tell a story. His matches were often dramatic battles filled with emotion, where fans hung on every punch and reversal. Whether he was rallying the crowd as a courageous babyface or inciting rage as a cunning heel, Gil Hayes knew how to command attention and leave an impression. Beyond his in-ring accolades, Hayes took pride in nurturing the next generation of wrestlers. He served as a mentor to many young talents, generously sharing his wealth of knowledge about the business. His influence helped shape the careers of future stars, earning him the respect and admiration of peers and protégés alike. In his later years, Hayes remained a cherished figure in the wrestling community, frequently attending conventions and fan events. He was warmly remembered for his humility, storytelling, and love of the sport. Gil Hayes, due to complications related to heart disease and age-related health issues. His passing marked the end of an era, but his contributions to wrestling endure. Hayes' legacy lives on through the wrestlers he inspired and the fans who will never forget his larger-than-life persona. Dango Wynn, born on June 12, 1971, was a well-known and respected figure in the world of professional wrestling admired for his unique in-ring style, magnetic personality, and dedication to entertaining audiences. From an early age, Dango developed a deep passion for wrestling, which fueled his determination to succeed in the industry. His blend of humor, agility, and storytelling quickly made him a standout in various wrestling promotions, where he became known for captivating performances and crowd-pleasing charisma. As a performer, Dango Win combined athletic skill with a sharp sense of showmanship. His matches were often highlights of any card, thanks to his creative moveset, dynamic energy, and ability to connect with fans. Whether playing the hero or adding levity to a storyline, Dango consistently left a lasting impression. He earned a loyal fan base who appreciated not only his physical talent, but also his ability to make every performance entertaining and emotionally engaging. Outside of the ring, Dango was equally admired for his generous spirit and commitment to helping others. He was a devoted family man and actively participated in community service, often volunteering his time and using his platform to support youth programs, fundraisers, and charitable causes. Sadly, Dango Win. The cause of was cardiac arrest, which was later attributed to complications from an undiagnosed heart condition. His sudden passing shocked the wrestling community and fans alike, who mourned the loss of a beloved performer and compassionate individual. Though his career was cut short, Dango Win's legacy continues to resonate. His contributions to wrestling, his commitment to uplifting others, and the joy he brought to fans endure, ensuring that his memory remains alive in the hearts of those he inspired. Jerry Winston Jarrett, born on September 4, 1942. Jerry Jarrett was more than just a promoter. He was a visionary force who reshaped professional wrestling in the American South. Known throughout the industry as a wrestling genius, Jarrett was a trailblazer whose sharp business mind and creative instincts left an enduring impact. In 2009, he was inducted into the National Wrestling Alliance Hall of Fame, a fitting tribute to his lifelong dedication. In 1977, Jarrett launched the Continental Wrestling Association, CWA, in Memphis, Tennessee, a promotion that quickly became a hotbed for rising talent and thrilling storylines. Partnering with the charismatic Jerry the King Lawler, he helped revolutionize regional wrestling, turning Memphis into a must-watch territory. By 1989, he orchestrated a bold merger with world-class championship wrestling, forming the United States Wrestling Association, USWA, a new frontier in the wrestling world. He eventually sold the promotion to Lawler in 1997. Jarrett's in-ring journey began in the 1960s, under the guidance of Tojo Yamamoto and Sailor Moran. After debuting in 1965, he thrived as a tag team wrestler with Yamamoto, capturing titles like the NWA Mid-America and Southern Tag Team Championships. Though he retired from active competition in 1988, Jarrett occasionally stepped back into the ring in the early 90s for the USWA. In 2002, he co-founded NWA Total Nonstop Action TNA with his son Jeff Jarrett, laying the groundwork for what would become a major wrestling promotion. However, he sold his controlling stake to Panda Energy later that year. Jerry Jarrett, due to complications from esophageal cancer. He is remembered as a foundational figure in wrestling, one whose legacy still echoes in arenas today. Scott Hall, born on October 20, 1958, in St. Petersburg, Florida. Scott Hall was a wrestling icon whose presence transcended the ring. Towering with swagger and attitude, Hall captivated audiences with his slick charisma, razor-sharp delivery, and unmatched coolness. With his signature line, "Hey Yo," and gold chain-laced persona, he became unforgettable as Razor Ramon in WWF during the early 1990s. Razor Ramon was a character modeled after Scarface's Tony Montana, complete with a Cuban-Italian accent and bad boy charm. Hall's magnetic personality and crisp in-ring skills earned him multiple Intercontinental Championships and fan adoration. Yet, his most pivotal impact came when he left WWF for WCW in 1996, appearing on Nitro in a groundbreaking move that blurred the lines between storyline and reality. Joining forces with Kevin Nash and later Hulk Hogan, Hall helped form the New World Order, NWO, a revolutionary faction that ignited the Monday Night Wars. Their black and white brand of rebellion changed wrestling forever, turning WCW into a dominant force and redefining the role of anti-heroes in wrestling storytelling. Hall's influence in shaping that era was profound. Behind the fame, however, Hall struggled with addiction, often battling personal demons. Despite his turbulent path, he pursued recovery and redemption in later years, earning admiration for his resilience. His journey inspired many fans and fellow wrestlers alike. Scott Hall, following complications from hip replacement surgery. After the procedure, Hall suffered 3 heart attacks caused by a blood clot, ultimately leading to his. His passing sent shockwaves through the wrestling world. Yet, Scott Hall's legacy endures as a game-changer, a storyteller, and a reminder that even flawed heroes can change an industry. Malcolm King Kong Kirk, born December 18, 1935 in Featherstone, West Yorkshire, was a towering figure in British wrestling, both literally and figuratively. Standing 6 feet 2 inches tall and tipping the scales at over 300 pounds, Kirk was a juggernaut of brute strength and sheer intimidation. His bald head, gruff demeanor, and relentless power made him a quintessential villain in the wrestling rings of the 1960s through the 80s. Kirk wasn't just a brute. He was a force of chaos, known for flattening opponents with bone-crunching body slams and dominating tag team brawls. His feud with Big Daddy, one of the most beloved figures in UK wrestling, became legendary. Their matches, often pitting good versus evil in classic British fashion, packed halls with screaming fans who loved to hate Kirk. But tragedy struck on August 23, 1987, at the Great Yarmouth Hippodrome during a tag team match. After taking Big Daddy's finishing move, his iconic belly splash, Kirk collapsed in the ring. What appeared at first to be part of the performance quickly turned into horror. Medical personnel rushed in, but Kirk was unresponsive. He was pronounced shortly afterward at age 51. The official cause was a massive heart attack. The incident shocked fans and underscored the physical toll wrestling can take on the human body, especially for larger performers with grueling travel schedules and little medical oversight. Kirk's led to renewed scrutiny over wrestling safety in the UK and left a somber mark on the sport. Yet, his legacy remains that of a fearsome competitor who helped define an era of British wrestling. He's remembered as a powerful figure whose matches are still discussed with a mix of awe and sorrow. Walter Hahn, better known to the WWE universe as Gunther, has carved out a fearsome legacy in modern professional wrestling. A powerhouse built on grit, discipline, and an unmistakably brutal in-ring style. Gunther is not just a performer, he's a phenomenon. His punishing strikes, relentless pacing, and cold, calculated demeanor have earned him respect and fear in equal measure. But behind that stoic persona and seemingly indestructible frame lies a more complex reality, one shaped by physical tolls, persistent health rumors, and an unwavering commitment to longevity. Gunther's journey from a rising star in Europe to WWE World Heavyweight Champion is not just about wins and titles. It's also about durability, adaptation, and silencing whispers of weakness. This article will explore the often unspoken aspects of Gunther's wrestling career, his injury history, training discipline, rumored health issues, and his continued dominance in the face of it all. The toll of violence, Gunther's hard-hitting in-ring style. Gunther isn't flashy. He's not known for moonsaults or springboards. Instead, he makes you wince with every blow. His legendary knife-edge chops have been compared to getting hit with a frying pan, and he delivers them with ruthless consistency. Whether standing toe-to-toe with Sheamus, enduring the chaos of a triple threat with Drew McIntyre, or going to war in NXT UK against Ilya Dragunov, Gunther has maintained a wrestling style rooted in European strong-style brutality. But such intensity comes at a price. Accumulated wear and tear, Gunther rarely shows pain, but longtime fans and analysts know better. The bumps he takes aren't graceful, they're raw and jarring. In matches with extremely physical opponents, Gunther has often walked away looking battered, red-chested, bruised, and at times clearly favoring certain parts of his body. Despite this, he's rarely taken time off, which speaks volumes about his toughness. That said, insiders have noted that his stiff style has led to minor and unreported injuries, particularly during his grueling run as Intercontinental Champion, where he carried WWE's workhorse title with pride. To target areas, shoulders and lower back strain. As a powerful technician, Gunther often lifts and throws his opponents with impactful slams and power bombs. His finishing maneuver, the Last Symphony, involves torquing the opponent's back and slamming them flat onto the mat. Combined with a decade-plus of grueling matches, this has allegedly led to recurrent strain on his shoulders and lower back. Though WWE has never officially listed these as injuries, there have been moments in matches, particularly long ones, where Gunther appeared to favor his back after lifting heavier opponents. These aren't massive red flags, but they do highlight the physical burden of being a powerhouse in today's WWE. The physical transformation, Gunther's dramatic weight loss. Perhaps one of the most noticeable evolutions in Gunther's WWE journey has been his remarkable body transformation. When he was dominating in NXT UK, he had a heavier, more traditional European wrestler build, but by the time he made his way to SmackDown, he appeared noticeably leaner, more defined, and highly conditioned. Fueling rumors and concerns. This drastic transformation sparked rumors about potential health issues, with some speculating that the weight loss was not by choice. Fans on social media and certain gossip circles began floating ideas about underlying illnesses. Was he sick? Was WWE forcing him to change his look? Gunther clears the air. In later interviews, Gunther shut down the speculation, explaining that the transformation was intentional and strategic. With WWE's main roster demanding longer travel schedules, frequent matches, and more exposure, Gunther adopted a disciplined regimen to improve his stamina and cardio. By reducing weight and improving his conditioning, he was not only able to increase endurance in longer matches, but also prevent potential injuries from fatigue. This decision reflected his maturity and his understanding of what it takes to thrive in a high-profile, physically demanding environment like WWE. The Gunther disease, myth, a case of mistaken identity. Among the strangest rumors to surround Gunther was the claim that he suffered from Gunther disease, also known as congenital erythropoietic porphyria, CEP. This rare genetic disorder can cause photosensitivity, skin blistering, and severe systemic complications. The rumor spread largely due to the name similarity, rather than any credible medical source. No evidence, no symptoms. Let's be clear. There is absolutely no credible evidence that Gunther has ever suffered from CEP or any form of porphyria. He has never exhibited symptoms consistent with the disorder, nor has WWE or any medical professional made such a diagnosis public. Gunther has performed under bright lights, endured outdoor matches, and made numerous public appearances without any visible skin sensitivity or other indicators. The rumor appears to be nothing more than a bizarre and unfortunate coincidence based on his ring name. While the myth persists in some corners of the internet, it's worth emphasizing that it has no merit and should not be taken seriously by fans or analysts. Head trauma, the risk of concussions in a heavy-hitting sport. Concussions are a reality in professional wrestling, and WWE has gone to great lengths in recent years to implement strict protocols for head injuries. With Gunther's physical style, especially involving stiff forearms and thunderous lariats, the concern for potential concussions is understandable. Low risk, high awareness. Unlike high flyers who are more prone to awkward landings, Gunther's grounded offense actually reduces his risk of concussions. He doesn't often leap from the top rope or perform suicide dives, moves that notoriously increase risk. Most of his matches involve striking, grappling, and power moves, which are generally easier to control. To date, there has been no confirmed concussion incident involving Gunther. That said, WWE's concussion protocol ensures that even suspected injuries are taken seriously, and any such event would require medical clearance before returning to action. Gunther's consistency suggests that he has largely avoided such setbacks. COVID-19 and the pandemic era. During the COVID-19 pandemic, many WWE superstars were sidelined due to positive tests or safety protocols. From Roman Reigns stepping away in early 2020 to widespread outbreaks among the roster in 2021, the pandemic was one of the most challenging times in WWE history. Gunther, however, remained largely under the radar during this period, continuing to perform at high levels, especially in NXT UK. While it's possible he may have contracted the virus at some point, as many did, there has been no confirmed report or lasting effect that impacted his health or career trajectory. How Gunther stays healthy. A blueprint for longevity. One of the most impressive aspects of Gunther's WWE run is his ability to stay in peak condition despite a punishing style. In an era where injuries sideline superstars regularly, Gunther has remained a fixture of consistency. 1. Disciplined diet and fitness regimen. Gunther adheres to a strict diet focused on lean protein, low sugar, and clean carbohydrates. He's spoken about eliminating junk food and minimizing alcohol to ensure he stays light, agile, and powerful. His training includes weightlifting, cardio, and HIIT, high-intensity interval training, an approach designed to balance endurance with strength. This hybrid style ensures he can go the distance in long matches while maintaining explosive power for his signature moves. 2. Recovery and injury prevention. Gunther prioritizes recovery just as much as training. He reportedly incorporates mobility drills, yoga-inspired stretching, ice therapy, and targeted strength exercises to protect his joints and lower back. By taking a proactive approach to preventative care, he has likely avoided the kind of injuries that often result from overtraining or improper recovery methods. 3. Ring psychology and move selection. Unlike younger or more reckless wrestlers, Gunther's ring style reflects wisdom. He knows how to maximize punishment while minimizing personal risk. He avoids high-risk aerial maneuvers and sticks to a methodical, wear-down approach that is both psychologically compelling and physically sustainable. His chops, boots, and slams wear opponents down without endangering himself, proof that you don't have to fly to entertain. Still standing strong, Gunther's legacy and the road ahead. Now holding the World Heavyweight Championship, Gunther is no longer just a European export or a dominant mid-carder. He's a global main event force. His longevity and health are no accident. They're the product of relentless work ethic, meticulous care, and an unwavering understanding of his body's limits and strengths. Rewriting the playbook. In an industry where high-impact, high-flying styles often lead to shortened careers, Gunther is rewriting the playbook. He's showing that discipline, grounded offense, and intelligent training can lead to dominance without destruction. His Intercontinental Championship reign, the longest in history, was built on weekly wars, physical contests, and few, if any, breaks. It was more than a title run. It was a statement about what it means to be a workhorse champion in the modern era. Conclusion: resilience over rumors. Gunther's health, like his wrestling style, is often misunderstood. People see the bruises, the physicality, and the transformation, and they jump to conclusions. But the truth is far simpler and more impressive. He stayed remarkably healthy. He's never missed significant time due to injury. He has shut down unfounded rumors with action, not words. As WWE continues to evolve, superstars like Gunther prove that durability, discipline, and strategic evolution are just as important as charisma or flash. His career is a testament to resilience over rumors, and his continued dominance shows no sign of stopping. In a world of speculation, Gunther remains grounded, and that's exactly why he's on top.